Now tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what it do and what it is, it's your big dog, Bobo Luciano. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We back, up your back, going smack, smack, smack. Just like that. I hope it feel good to you too, because it damn sure feel good to me. I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl, Jazzy K.
In the building. Hey, today we got a Texas legend. Yes. Now, I'm not going to say a Texas legend. I'm just going to say a legend.
Salute that.
Man, one of the members of the Screwed Up clique has slid through and blessed us with one of these legendary interviews we about to go down with. Yes. I got Lil O in the building. Whoa. Hey. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going down, man? Glad to be here, fam. Appreciate it, boss.
So let me think about something right fast.
Nice and healthy.
Over 20-some years in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
That's a blessing.
It's a blessing. It's a privilege, and it's not normal.
It's not normal.
I'm really big on being humble.
Yes.
But I've become a little bit more comfortable now because sometimes you got to talk your shit. Sometimes you got to talk. My catalog is one of the greatest in Texas history.
Yes, it is.
And the hits and the records,
it's there.
It's there to prove it. It's just what it is. So I'm comfortable living in the energy I'm in, and I understand now because death has hit me too. I appreciate still being here and being able to reap the fruits of my hard work and to still be appreciated. It's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
So what happened? You said death.
Well, just bearing a lot of my partners that I started off with, that I shared a dream with, whether, right when you think it won't happen again. And then, really most recently with Pokey, that really hit me hard, to be honest with you. Me and Poyo was very close, and then it's like living a nightmare again. I think people got to understand is I'm at a point now where some of my biggest songs, I'm the only guy alive on the song.
Damn.
I'm the only guy still alive on Players Get Chose. Yeah. I'm the only guy alive on That's All We Had.
Players always.
It's just me on Back. It's just, so it's like you reflect more on those things now. You get what I'm saying? It takes a toll on you. Even when I listen to songs with me and Pimp, and it's just you look at life a little bit different, and you understand that it's a blessing to still be here. And that's just from the music. That ain't even including all the friends I've lost in the streets and growing up. So it's like
life period.
I really don't take things for. I never did, but it hits a little bit harder right now. You know what I'm saying?
We don't.
As we get older,
people say it sucks getting old.
Well,
and I'm not talking about. I'm talking about what you talking about.
Absolutely.
Because you get to see so many people pass.
Yeah.
I was telling I tell people this quite often. I could go through my Facebook friends list and just see people that's on there that's not here anymore.
Yeah.
And there's so many, bro. I'm like, dang.
What's crazy is for a second, I thought it was getting old till you get to talking to other people.
Yeah.
And then you realize that so many of my friends died way too soon.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with getting old.
No.
Black men have a tendency to just don't live long. When you start getting some money and moving around in different circles, and you start to notice other things, and you be like, man, I want to live long to see my grandkids. I want them to bury me, and I want to do things I see other people doing, and live long to do it. So it's like if you die in your 30s and 40s, that's not getting old. You're not supposed to be dying at that age.
And youngsters call that old.
Yeah, that's not old.
That's not old, bro.
A lot to most other people, that's just when they really finally getting it all together. So eventually the narrative got to change. You know what I'm saying?
My wife and I, we have a cousin that lives here.
Yeah.
And she's coming out with this podcast. What's the name of it, baby?
That's that bullshit?
No, the one about the genealogy.
Oh yeah.
And
Clean-
she made
conscious,
conscious, yeah,
conscious,
Clean Conscious
clean
Network.
conscious network.
Yeah, Clean
That's it.
Conscious Network.
Uh-huh.
And she did an interview.
Forgive us, Robin. It's late.
Yeah. We've been ripping and running since 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
But she said something, because she's a doctor,
Yeah.
and we need to learn the name.
Medical doctor.
Yeah, medical doctor.
Okay.
For over 20 years.
Okay.
We need to learn the name of that.
Analytical medical.
No, the like the care now facilities that she's involved in.
Oh, the urgent cares.
The urgent cares.
She don't work for them no more.
She owns 5% of them.
Yeah, she owns.
Yeah,
5%
so
of
she
it.
Okay.
so she helped establish.
like
this-
48 urgent cares here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, so I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. It's
Okay.
40 something around town.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she said something that made sense. Back in the day when Black people were in their communities,
Uh-huh.
not just in the cities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when we lived off the land and, Big Mama lived a long time.
Yeah.
Unc lived a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we had that sense of community.
Yeah.
Now everybody's all spread out.
Yeah.
Living fast.
Yeah.
The city life has made us soft.
Yeah.
For one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you never think about it that way.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, all the crap in the food now, and
Yes.
all
But that's
the,
what they was living off the land.
and
Yeah.
all of the pollution, more vehicles, the
Yeah.
trees going. It's just
Well, I always say, look, if it ain't one thing, it's another.
It's another.
It's
It could be
always
the violence.
man. Look, man. When these times, it's so many things that can kill you. So many things that that's taking Black men out. That you just really got to have a lot of grace, a lot of prayer, and a lot of discipline. Discipline will save you from a lot of things.
You're not lying.
Discipline will save you from a lot of things.
Yes,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? So
Especially young guys, they think they live for today.
yeah,
So they're not thinking about dying.
yeah, no
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And we was like that too.
We were like that too.
just
No,
happened to
without a doubt, we was like that too. But I think it's a little bit amplified because social media.
Yes.
You see
We
things.
seeing it now.
You see so many things that you didn't actually have to see. You're getting access to a whole bunch of different worlds now,
Yes.
and nobody want to take their time.
Nope.
And look, man, there's a price for everything.
and it's affecting people younger and younger.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
These
like-
kids are desensitized to death. now.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because
And
it was
murder.
a time when violence and all this was separate. You had to be
Yeah.
up at a certain time.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
had to
I
have
remember.
certain channels. Now
Yes.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. You just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw somebody get shot.
yeah,
It fucked me up.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you see it in the movies, you see it on TV, but to actually see somebody get shot, I was like,
It will traumatize you.
I was like, what? But then you see it over and over again. But that first
But you
time,
never forget the first.
Yes, I started to show Kenny where we passed by it today.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that guy get shot, I was like, ah.
Yeah,
Because
I
it was
guar-
somebody I knew.
But I
Yeah.
guarantee y'all, these kids now don't have that same shock value.
No, that's what I'm
Because,
saying.
yeah,
they are
see-
desensitized to
it's
it.
like, oh, take out
Grand
your
Theft
phone, take
Auto,
a picture.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Call of Duty, and just seeing
I mean, oh,
everybody
look,
ready to split in the
that
block.
person's
well, it's
about
just
to
it's
kill
just
himself,
cloud
take a
chasing
picture.
too. For some reason,
Boy.
it's like
But like you said, social
some people.
media.
I think we've always wanted, you grow up in the streets, you always want to be tough. But the bottom line, it was about getting money.
Yes.
Now it's just like
It's the fame.
it's how many people have you shot?
Yes.
Have you been shot?
Yes.
For real.
And that is taking precedence over. Are you getting to the bag?
And not at all.
And that is weird.
And not only that, are you helping somebody else get to the bag? You know what I mean? Are you?
It's it's just weird. But
Yeah.
hey man, it's like I always say I don't too much like to complain or criticize how it is. I just move with it, and
Yeah.
when I see people doing things that I do like or something positive, I just try to make sure I highlight it because
Yeah,
You
so
know, you
I
got to pull their coattails sometimes.
Yeah, you get to complaining too much. What
Not to
happens
complain.
is
It bring you
I try
down.
to try to slow them down.
Yeah.
Is what I try to do. I feel like it's not my duty,
Mhm.
but I feel like sometimes, at least I try
Yeah,
to help.
yeah,
And I'm not trying to preach to them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But if we save one soul, say,
Yeah.
young brother, whoa.
yeah,
Think about what you're doing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And Sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it won't. Like you say, they think it comes off as preachy to them, and I ain't down with preaching to them. But
I think it is really where you're at in life, because it's like I think you got to be careful when you made it out the streets.
yes,
When you made it out the streets, it's like one thing you got to learn is you got to be careful, because you become a target.
yes,
You know, if you grew up trapping and all of a sudden now you're making a legal living, you got to be careful how you talk to the people that are still in the streets,
That's right.
especially
That's right.
when you was with them side by side,
That
because
part.
That's
it's
dope.
not looked at it's not looked at as wisdom. It's a lot of times it can
Talking
be
down.
misconstrued as you think you better.
Yeah, you talking down. to me now,
So you know, look, let me tell you something. No matter what we think is, you got to know how to maneuver in these streets, and sometimes you got to understand that you make yourself a target for not preaching, but you got to be careful, man. So
Yeah.
sometimes
Definitely.
I always say, you know what, I like to just lead by example. If you like what I'm doing, cool.
Yeah.
And I always leave a trail for the next generation to follow. But I ain't really finna stop and pull nobody coattail and say, because you end
You
up
can lead them to water.
you
can't make 'em
you can
drink.
become the enemy so fast.
Yes, yeah.
And you won't know how
What did I do?
what happened?
yeah,
I'm trying to help.
how did we get here?
Yeah, I feel you.
You
on
know,
that.
so
I
it's
feel
just experiences taught me that, hey, you know, you got to stay out the way, and the best thing you can do for your people in your community is just be a good example of what you want
feel
them
you.
to be.
Be
You know
the
what I'm saying?
change
That's
you
smart.
want
That's
to
smart.
see.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you got any kids?
Just my first baby, man.
What you got, a girl or a boy?
A little girl.
Oh, them
So let me
girls
tell you,
are good.
you asked us earlier how long we've been doing it. I've always harped on the fact that we have 4 daughters.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in the household. I was the only boy
Yeah.
with 3 sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was the baby at that.
Yeah.
And so I grew up learning real fast ladies first. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna kick it to my wife and let her get things started. You know, I know we deep in the interview, but you know, we like to take it down through there. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go, man. I'm here.
I'm excited about this interview because I grew up listening to
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute that.
So, yeah, we want to start from the beginning for those who may not know you. Where are you from?
I'm from H-Town, Ted. Well, I'm originally from Lagos, Nigeria. A lot of people know. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. I moved here when I was 6 months old.
Okay.
And I grew up my whole life in Houston, Texas. So
Already.
I'm in
Okay.
Houston,
Oh,
Texas. Absolutely.
wow.
Pimp used to tell me, you know, Bubba, you know he a prince.
Yeah. Well,
He
you
from
know,
royalty. That's what he say.
Well-
He from royalty.
well, you know, it's like I think back then, it's like I think the world now is used to Nigerians.
Yes.
And back then, it's like that was right when Coming to America was out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody was
Y'all
like,
out,
"Oh,
bro.
you must be a prince or
yeah.
something." You know what I'm saying?
He crazy.
You know, it's like surprise us, no.
What was that? Princess
Would you
Dumanda.
like to go to McDougal's? Would you like to go to McDougal's?
You know what
I
I'm saying?
feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
What's up?
He was trying to make. He said, "But he from royalty, but you just don't know."
So, are your parents Nigerian?
They are.
So, did they? This I want to know. Did they carry over their customs and traditions
Absolutely.
and things that with you?
Absolutely. It's a big part of me, because it's like I think it's always a different mentality when you know how hard life really can be.
Amen.
Yeah, I feel you.
When you really understand what poverty looks like. You know, ain't no food stamps in Nigeria.
No. You gotta go get it.
If you hungry, if you starve, you starve. If you ain't got money to see the doctor, you die.
Yeah.
It ain't no, you know,
That's true.
Yes.
it ain't, you know, it's like, it ain't, you know, and when you see that and your parents instill that in you, it's like you become hard on yourself, because, you know, no matter what you're going through, that it's people that would die and kill to be in your situation. So I guess that's always, no matter what I was doing, whether it was something positive or negative, I always put my all in it. People always would say, "You the most professional trapper I've ever been."
Do you think a lot of it had to do with you actually knowing your history and where you came from? Because that's the disadvantage that a lot of people here in the States have, being born here. A lot of us, you
don't
can
know the
only go
lineage.
back so far, and then it cut off.
In a way, I think really it's just how your parents raised you.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, because it's like certain things, even if you know where you're from, I still think that your parents are your roots to anybody.
Yes.
Anybody. It's good to still know it, but what your parents instill in you will still, even if you stray off track, what your parents instill in you will still come back. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I feel like, I guess where I'm going with that is even with your parents instilling things in you, I think a lot of people aren't getting, equally things instilled in them because of this lack of I don't know it's a lack of knowledge. You know what I mean? A lack of history,
Gotcha.
a lack of just like if you didn't have people instilling it in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I feel like a lot of blind leading the blind kind of thing.
But on the cool, what I'm thinking he's saying is what his parents saw in Nigeria and what they instilled in him is probably a lot different than what our parents are instilling in us because
That's
of
what
what they went through.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just all the stuff how you were saying, if you don't do this,
Yeah.
we ain't got nobody doing that, bro.
Gotcha.
Well,
It's like almost, you know how they say you don't appreciate things till you get older?
Yes.
It's like sometimes growing up, you be like, damn, do you hate me? Why you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why I can't get joined to that? Ain't like you ain't got the bread, but be like, dude, I was 30 and made this much money before I had a pair of shoes that cost this much. Yeah. And back then you don't understand it because everybody else had them.
Yes.
Or and their parents may not had made that, but they still had them, or they could go to the barber shop every week. My dad, remember those oyster clippers that had the white boy on top? So they wasn't supposed to be for black boy hair.
Yeah.
My old man ain't been to no barber college. We used to get, he used to try to cut our hair with those, had a fucked up edge up, and we get teased to school.
Yeah.
I remember all
trying to
those
save
things.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But all those things now I appreciate now as a man because I understand they taught me life, and so yeah, man, it's like I appreciate it now because you become a man and you get into the real world.
That's what's up.
It's real.
It's real.
What area of Houston are you from?
Southwest Houston, Texas.
Southwest Houston, Texas.
We always gotta ask what high school.
Southwest Houston, Texas. Dulles
Dulles High School.
Yeah,
Okay.
no doubt.
So, how was it coming up in Southwest Houston, Texas? Draw a picture for the people.
Southwest. Well, when I always tell people, I say Southwest Houston, Texas. When we first started grinding out there. Now, when you say Southwest Houston, Texas, it's understood because it's one of really the most dangerous parts in H-Town right now. It's where the bodies drop. It's where the pimping's happening. Now, Bissonnette is a legendary street now.
They tried to shut down Bissonnette.
Yeah, of course, all the dope. So it's like if you listen to my very first song, Can't Stop, you hear me talking about Braeswood, Woolfair, Club Creek, Bissonnette.
Yes.
These are all the spots. When we first started trapping out there, at first, people considered us, we was like, okay, well, they're the mama's boys because we were close to the white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody back then wanted to be like from South Park, Third Ward. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So only the real hustlers that was selling the weight to us knew how jumping it was because on the Southeast, all they had was black customers.
Yeah.
In our hood, we had black customers. We had the rich white folks.
Wow.
We had the Asians.
Yes.
We had the athletes. So people didn't understand the type of money we was making because on one corner where you have licks coming in from 20, here you got some lawyer that don't even look like he supposed to be doing anything coming to spend $250.
Right.
And you get what I'm saying?
I do
It's legendary athletes that we used to hit things on, and some of these guys that are big CEOs now to this day that, it was just licks to us growing up. You know what I'm saying? I won't repeat the names, but
No.
what happens is it's a very, very fast-paced hustling spot because also it's all apartments. Yeah. Whereas on the Southeast, it's more of a community.
Okay.
It's a community because it's neighborhoods. So the guys, you went to first grade with, you might still know them through high school.
Yeah.
But in apartments, you might have a dude from here, and it's just a big melting pot. So you have all these different dudes that are from different places who you could connect with different circles around all the money coming in fast.
Yeah.
And it just became $1 million block. It was the place to be.
Yeah.
And we were the ones that made it like that. That's why if you listen to my first Screw tape, it's called $1 Million Boys.
Yes.
And that's because it was named after the $1 Million blocks. Because we were, it was starting to be known, hey, niggas on the West, man.
Yeah.
They get into a bag.
Shout out to Truck Buck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Truck Buck could tell you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, we the $1 Million Boys, and it's to this day, it's still nothing like it on the West. And it's just super fast, super paced, but it's super more dangerous now. The bodies is just
piling up, ain't they?
The murder rate now on the West is like, back then people might have doubted. Now everybody know, hey, are you going over there? You better be careful, man. You better be careful, man. They slumping over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And now when I go by there, when I ride through now, it's like, I always tell anybody, if you make it out the West, you a king to me. Because not too many people make it up out of there, man.
It's
real shit.
What made you pick up that pen?
My first rap I ever wrote started as a poem, and I wrote it on lock. I was just writing about what I was going through. You know what I'm saying?
You wrote it on lock?
Yeah, I wrote on lock. I was locked up, and I was just expressing myself. It wasn't even just supposed to be anything. And I wrote it, and back then, a lot of people used to bank on the table for beats at the, and my celly was banging on the beat on the table, and I just spit open what I wrote, right?
Yeah.
So the next day, he was like, "Oh, you got something else?" But I noticed it was another inmate with him.
Yeah.
And as the days kept going, it kept on being more inmates.
Yeah.
So the next thing you know, you started to know, I got a crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, man, kick us something, man. What's up, man? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Southwest, what's up, man? Spit us something, man.
Yeah.
And then I started, man, people actually like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And when I got out, I just kept fucking with it. Man.
That's real.
Yeah.
And what age were you?
17 was my first case. Yeah, 17.
What was a dope case?
Dope case. Everything always dope.
What
a gun? Well, a few gun, but I'm from the D boy era, so everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, you said no jack boys.
No,
straight D boys.
No jacking, man.
Already, them niggas is thieves.
Yeah, it's not. It's just sometimes you got to draw your line in the sand. No disrespect to him, but I've never been a jack or I'm Lil O. When you think of Lil O, you think of hustling and grinding.
Already.
Yeah.
Already. So you wrote your first rap in jail, you would say.
Yeah.
And how many stints would you say how many times did you go to jail? Because you said that was my first.
I was in and out. Like, a couple cases got beat.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 times I would say I had to sit down. All the other ones I don't count long enough for stints.
Oh, really?
But and the cases I beat, I don't count those. But
no, don't count.
But hey man, you pay them lawyers and you fight. But I tell people it's like, fighting those cases now, man. People don't understand. It's really not a life I wish on anybody.
No.
The stress of waking up in the morning on heading to court.
Yes.
Making sure you're not late because they'll keep you wondering if they're going to keep me this time.
Yeah.
Your girl praying for you before you go into the courthouse.
Stressful.
Your family members wondering. You wondering you can't plan your future because you don't know if you're going to be there.
Already.
It's really, I think it's really, now that I'm older, it's really a shame how we glorify street life. Because sometimes I always thought I was going to be a lawyer growing up.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I was very smart, very intelligent. I don't come from a family of trappers. I was always told to, you read your books, you get an education. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And So I always thought I was going to be a lawyer because I've always been good with my mouth.
What did your parents do?
My dad was a doctor.
Okay.
My mother was a pharmacist, but she died when I was young.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
I rest her soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 13 when my mom died. Yeah, 13 when my mom died.
Affect you. Bro.
Yeah.
That is.
So it was never in my mind that I'd be a trapper. You know what I'm saying? But I guess a lot of peer pressure.
Yes.
And a lot of having an immigrant father that didn't grow up here.
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't get the fashionable clothes, any of that. Not,
but you want them.
Yeah, you getting teased because your haircut's messed. Like I had a job since I was a baby. We always had to work. I was the paper boy.
I did that too, bro.
Yeah, I was the paper boy in the neighborhood. When I was 8, we'd wake up at 5 in the morning.
Rolling them papers.
Rolling, like I still
sticking them in the paper.
Well, we'd roll them. I still remember because on the Southwest, it was a magazine called The Advocate.
Yeah. Okay.
So I delivered The Advocate and the Houston Chronicle. And when you roll the papers, that ink get on your hands.
Yep.
So my hands would be so pitch black from rolling them and putting in that paper.
Yep.
And my mom would always say, "Don't you touch the walls if you do, because I'm gonna beat your ass because you leave them black prints on the wall."
Right.
Yeah.
So I always had that hustle and work instilled in me. So it's those little things now I remember, and I just remember my palms being so black from that ink, and being up 5 in the morning and riding through there because they got to get their papers early.
They got to get them.
Yeah.
They drop them off at your house super
right
early.
We rode down the bikes and
I'm talking about big old stacks.
We load them up, and sometimes the thing be so heavy on your shoulder that it left the imprint. And
Did you have the one where you had the thing in the front and the back?
Yeah,
man, that was a heavy motherfucker right there,
yeah.
bro.
So I ain't lying.
Yes, you ain't lying.
It's real,
especially that Sunday paper.
It's real work for a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Coupons.
Know what I did? I didn't mind it. You know what I didn't like about it? Collection time. The people used to try to play you to the left back then.
Well, I never had to deal with the collection.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, because I think now that I think about it, I was a kid, but I think back then, like I guess they already had subscriptions.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we would have a list of what
those
houses.
were the good ones.
Yeah.
Those are your good customers.
Yeah, we had a list of what houses got the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it wasn't unless it was an edition where all the houses in the neighborhood got them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to take it serious, the rap game? You out of jail now.
I had a homeboy who had a friend that produced for Rap A Lot named Derek Grizz Edwards.
Okay.
And he was doing a lot of stuff for people like the Fifth Ward Boys.
Shout out to my brother.
And I heard and they were doing a demo, and I heard one of their beats, and I was just like, man, if I could just get one of his beats, because they sounded so professional.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, damn, man, his beats sound like the real
deal. Huh?
Yeah, like a real rapper beat. And if I could just get on one of those beats. And he introduced me to his homie Grizz.
Yes.
And that's actually the guy that produced Can't Stop. And when he heard me rap, he was like, we got to do a demo. We got to do a demo. And we did a demo, and it just so happened, back then there was a magazine called Rap Pages.
Oh, yeah.
And they came in town to do an interview on the Rap A Lot producers, Grizz, Mike Dean, and all them.
Yeah.
So he had did an interview. The guy's name was Bilal. And he did an interview on...
Taking me back.
He did an interview on Grizz. And when he asked Grizz, hey, man, so what are you working on? He played on my demo.
Yeah.
And Bilal went on. He said, look, I'm about to start... I just got a job at MCA Universal. I start in 3 months. I'm going to be an A&R there. And the minute I get there, I'm going to sign this kid. And, we thought he was playing. But the minute he got that job, I got that call.
You got that. How old were you then?
I want to say... How old was I then? Maybe... Because that's Atlantic.
17 when you got locked up. So
I'll say maybe 18.
Okay.
Hey, what, man? Nah, I might be, you know, I'm older than that, so I might be a little bit off on the timeline. Maybe 19,
Okay.
18.
Still in your
Because
teen
I'm thinking,
years.
because, you know, I always, you know, that was just my first major deal. I think a lot of people don't understand. I'm one of the first artists in Texas to really get major deals. I've had 2 major deals. It wasn't just, you know, I had one with Universal and one with Atlantic. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know you have bragging rights
Yeah.
of the first rapper, or the first person, excuse me, to put Beyonce on a video.
That's facts. That's facts.
Huh.
And that was Can't Stop.
Can't stop.
And that became a classic. When you think about screw tapes, Can't Stop is one of the songs that represent the screw tape era
Yes.
to the world. That's just facts. It wasn't it's not my biggest commercial record, but when you talk about culture and one of the songs that represent the screw era, like people know Can't Stop screwed up more than they know Can't Stop regular speed. Not because it was one of Screw's favorite songs. He loved that song so much and he put it on so many tapes.
Yeah.
And he scratched it and talked over it so much that it just became one of those songs that signified that era. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my wife said that she loved your era, that era.
Yeah.
You probably just went up about 10 notches working with Beyonce with her.
She didn't know that?
Well, yeah, she knew it.
Okay.
But just the fact,
Gotcha.
you know, of that. But you know, she came down here for the Renaissance tour. You know, just she said, I gotta go to the home.
Gotcha.
To see.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So when did you meet DJ Screw?
DJ Screw, I literally just knocked on his door because now I mean because people gotta understand back then this was before there was a Screwed Up records and tapes. Back then he was the hottest thing in the streets and people just literally pulled up at his house. He had the burglar bars.
Yep.
You knock on a door, he comes out, you give him the money, he slides what tape you want, and you slide it, you slide it through.
Yeah.
And he gives you a thing. Like people thought it was a dope house.
I remember.
People
Those people all outside town.
Yeah. It was a line. People thought it was a dope house. So when I pulled up, to get some tapes, I just told him, hey man, look, man, I had the test press of Can't Stop on WAC. It wasn't even from MCA. It was from Houston Wax on the north side. They had pressed up just the test press of it.
Yeah.
And I guess, hey, look, man, I'm low from the West, man. This is my new song. Check it out. And I gave it to him.
So you the one that gave it to him to where he started playing it like he played
personally gave it to him.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, man, I'm going to check it out. And I thought he was just playing. And 30 minutes later, he called my phone like, hey, man, this song is crazy. I'm about to put it on the tape right now. And the beautiful thing about it is I always say when you're making history, you don't know you're making history. But that exact test press that I gave Screw for Can't Stop, it sits in the Screw Museum right now to this day. The original.
Historical.
It's there. It's there. If you go to the Screw Museum, it's there on the wall. It travels all over the world when they go do different exhibits. It's there.
That's a wild story.
Yeah. And it's all true. It's all documented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Y'all go look this up.
Got a question, man? I know you do.
Yeah.
Bag.
No doubt.
Around time while I'm in the middle of pictures.
Oh, my God. That's a good question, though, right?
It is.
Bag.
Give me 50 feet.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That
you gonna
was,
slap if you keep on drinking.
I'm trying to think of the year. Because
The earth shook when that dropped.
man, did it ever?
The earth shook when that dropped, man.
How'd you come up with the concept? I mean, was it a conceptual song, or was it just I'm in the studio writing and this just hit me?
It was really me and Hawk was in the studio vibing.
Yeah.
And I was saying back because I was at a time when I was cutting people off at the time. Seriously, And I just wanted some space, and I was just like, man, was all these people trying to come around with this fake shit, you know what I'm saying? I need to just back after playing. And then Hawk was just like, give me 50 feet.
Wow.
And I was like, what'd you say?
Bad.
And I was like, back, give me. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, Hawk, that's it, man. And he was like, you know what? You're right.
Got me one.
We did it. And the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Hawk just always knew which ones was the ones. You know, me and Hawk, we got when you think about crazy collaborations, me and Hawk is back.
Yep.
Players get chose. It's just, you know, he always, and people always they always ask me about how I go, whoa. People got to understand that Hawk is the one that made me do that, because one time I went to the studio to do a verse for Hawk.
Yeah.
And I laid the verse and I was like, okay, I'm done. And I just killed the verse. I was all happy. And he was like, what you mean you done? And I was like, yeah, well, I'm done, man. What, you don't like the verse? And he was like, but you ain't do none of your woes or yes. And I was like, you know, I don't think this song calls for that. And he's like, let me tell you something, Mo. Everybody loves when you do that. Don't you ever, don't you ever do a song and not do the whoa or the yes. Yeah. That's why now, when he died, it really hit me hard too. So it's like now, even when I tweet, post on IG, anything, what I end every sentence with, whoa. And that's how I remember my brother.
That was my next question. Does it
take
you back?
That is how you say it. That is how I remember my brother. It's really a way of honoring my brother.
Yes.
People think I'm being fly. Yeah. But the whole time I'm honoring my brother, because Hawk meant so much to me. He spoke so much life into me. He believed in me. He knew O was gonna be something. He was, you know, he was one of the biggest supporters of Lil O. And when people, you know, would try to stop me or get me down or hate on me, it's like, you couldn't hate around me. You couldn't hate on me around Hawk. I'm Hawk, little bro. You can't talk down on Lil O around Hawk. So it's like, he meant a lot to me. So it's like, when I go, whoa, that's kind of my way of honoring my brother and letting them know, hey, I'm still repping.
Tell us about the recording process for Players Always Get Chose.
Players Always Get Chose, man. It's one of them songs I had no fucking idea.
Everybody say that.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious, man.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea.
Legendary song.
We had a dialer for
I
I
had no idea. It's just, you know, look, man, it's like you come up very fast. So it's like, you know, even though we're very young, we've been dealing with women since, you know, younger than teens. But, you know, it's like, we just had you know, H-Town as players, like we never sweat no hoes. And it was just, hey, man, Players Get Chose, man. I had no idea after all these years that song, like, if you ask me which was gonna be one of the greatest Lil O songs of all time, that song wouldn't even been on the list.
Wow.
Let
me tell you this: our kids know that song.
Yeah, it's wild.
Right?
It's wild to me, and you know, it's just, that's why I tell people, you just never know when you're making history, or when you're making history, you don't know you're making history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm real grateful for that song, because also Big Mo was on it.
Big Mo's on it. And
you
the last man standing.
Mo was a huge Lil O fan as well. And I got to tell Mo goodbye on his deathbed. I actually whispered in his ear and told him, hey man, I'm gonna keep this shit rapping. And when I hear Players Get Chose now, and I still got me, you know, Hawk, Mo, and now 3-2 is on it as well. And 3-2 gone now.
Damn.
So it's like,
that's what I have to ask. How do you, I mean, with having come up with all of these influential people, I mean, and have suffered so much loss, do you still have the same energy for music as you did before?
Absolutely, because the art is something that we all loved very much. I think people don't understand. SUC has produced a lot of stars.
Man.
Yes.
We are a legendary clique, and I'll stand on that.
Yes.
And I think one of the reasons that we lasted the test of time is because even though a lot of us were still in the streets, a lot of us really loved the music.
Yeah.
We, you know,
you can feel it, bro.
They like Hawk loved Jadakiss. Fat Pat loved Biggie.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I can remember listening to Screw, mean cut you off. Yeah. Just like I say, Screw would pick those artists or those songs that were not the mainstream, for one.
Yeah.
And I can remember that boy jamming Sibo.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
He,
You know,
he would put you on it.
Yes.
Like that was his, like, see, now people wait for the wave to catch, then it's like when you love the music, you don't wait on nobody to jump on it.
That's real.
You can't wait to share it with everybody.
That's real.
So the love of the music is there, and it's like, now that those guys ain't here, it's almost like I feel even more honored because I understand that I'm a walking symbol of a great legacy.
You are, bro.
I'm a walking symbol of a great legacy. I'm not just repping for Lil O. I'm repping for my brothers. I'm repping for SUC. I'm repping for Pat. I'm repping for Screw. I'm repping for Hawk. I'm repping for Big Mo. I'm repping for 3-2. I'm repping for Big Steve. I'm repping for Grace. I'm repping for Big Poking. You see, it hurt me so bad when you just said that.
Yeah. Because
it's still new. It's like I'm not used to saying it.
Right.
I'm not used to saying poke it.
Where was you at when you got the phone call?
Actually, Beto would call me. Our homie DJ Beto.
Yes. Shout out to Beto.
And he said, hey man, you see this on Instagram with Pokey?
That fucked me up.
And I'm like, what you talking about? He said, you don't see this? And I was like, nah.
I feel so
and
bad
I saw the video that was floating around.
That's what I'm saying.
And the minute I seen it, I just said, nah. Because I didn't even, they hadn't officially said he had passed yet.
Yeah.
But when I saw the video, something hit me like a voltage shock. And I just screamed, nah, man. I knew something was wrong. And that's how I found out.
We had Big Dumb, what's his name? Big Demo on the show.
Yeah.
Man.
Mr. June 27th.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gave a riveting interview and talked about that and got real emotional. Shout out to that man. I want to shout out to him, bro, because I know that was one of his partners.
Yeah.
That was all y'all partners.
Yeah.
But God, that was a loss. And I feel sorry for his family for having to see that video.
It's heart-wrenching because he has kids.
Yes, and that's forever on that internet, bro.
It's like, it's hard for me to watch it, but imagine his wife had to see that, his kids had to see that, his family members had to see that.
Man,
and
that's terrible.
That's just the age we live in with social media, but like, it just fucked my head up when you said Pokey. I'm still not used to saying
fresh.
it.
Yeah. That's fresh.
Yeah, I'm not used to saying it. So, it's just it's always something there to remind me. And one of my biggest records that I still have to do to this day is That's All We Had.
Yes.
With me and Pokey.
Yeah.
It's a part of Texas history and written in the fabric. So it's like, now, when I do that now, it brings a lot of emotions, but it makes me smile because the way people still react like it's brand new when it comes on, it hits them right there in the heart because that's one of them ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when That's All We Had come on and you see the nostalgia, it also reminds me that me and Poke really made a lot of great music together. I'm really proud of all the music I made with all my brothers that ain't here no more.
Did you ever get to go overseas?
Yeah.
I know, because I remember Matt Sanzala was taking a lot of y'all overseas, and y'all are huge.
Everywhere. Australia, Europe, all through Poland, even all through Asia as well. Man.
Wow.
It's like, I think when people see you every day and have access to you, sometimes they don't really appreciate you.
They don't
understand, how big your movement is. We're very lucky because the SUC is treated like royalty, but I think sometimes people forget how big this impact has spread all over the world. Even now in mainstream, look, you have Drake. Drake's new album right now. It's like our influence is everywhere.
Different genre. It's not genre but style.
Yeah, it's the influence. Yeah. Whether it's so many songs now from pop to R&B to that you can just hear. You can hear our influence. Our influence isn't just Texas anymore. It's the world, man.
No. You're right.
You know, the world. You know, you said we were gonna make the world drip candy and be all. The world has been all screwed up.
That's
You
right.
ain't lying.
That's facts.
From DJ Screw now.
That's facts.
That's real.
So, what's some of your most fun memories on your journey?
You know, it's like I always tell people, like I can't stress it enough. When you're making history, you don't know you're making history. It's like now doing shows and stuff. It's like I just all the times being on the road with different people because you don't know their memories. You think they're still gonna be here, so it's not just rocking shows with my brothers, man. It's just, you know, and I really wish they could be here to see the growth and see how I'm still busting these niggas' ass. I think they would really be happy right now with the music I'm putting out, the responses getting.
Yeah.
I know they'd be right there rooting for me and smiling, you know, but the fond moments is always, you know, rocking those shows and I look to the right and that's Hawk. I look at this song about to come on and Pokey comes out to do his verse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Mo sings this, you know, that tag team collabo, that unity on stage, it's not there no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they not here.
And that was a really beautiful thing about the Houston movement.
Yeah.
And the whole Screwed Up, how they all just, everybody worked together.
Absolutely.
Everybody was like, let's get together, let's put something with something.
And everybody wasn't from the same hood.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, you said, you know, everybody just loved the music.
Absolutely.
And we could feel it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I know if we could feel it in Texas, just like you said, they could feel it all over the world.
Even now.
Absolutely.
You still feel
Even
it.
to this day,
Yeah.
bro.
Absolutely.
You
Man.
hear a little flip, you hear, I mean.
Absolutely.
Shit.
Absolutely.
You like sports?
I do.
What you fuck with the Texans?
Well, you know, I fuck with the Texans because I'm from Houston, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie and just be like, you know, that's my team.
Who your team?
Well, you know, to be honest, you know, people might say something, but I'm a huge fan of greatness and consistency. So
Don't say the Patriots.
they've all, Tom Brady. It's like I'm a look, look, man, I'm all about excellence.
So what's going to happen when they don't win another Super Bowl for 20, 25 years?
Like I said, but it was the man, though.
It was the man.
So,
Well, it
and
was
then,
both of them
and
together. It was a
then
perfect storm.
definitely.
Perfect storm.
And then when he left, he went and got another one.
Yes,
But
he did.
so I was a huge Pats fan because Brady was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like I love the Lakers because of
That's how
Kobe.
with LeBron.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You a LeBron fan?
Yeah, I love LeBron. I love anybody that is consistent
And great.
and great
Yes.
and has always been able to prove people wrong. Because
Does
I
that
think
motivate you?
What's up?
Does that motivate you?
Absolutely, because
Already.
I think you're not a champ. I think we live in a time where everybody throws around the word GOAT.
Bam.
Everybody's
Oh my
a
God.
GOAT.
You never.
Everybody's a legend. And that's it's just not true.
Just
Because
like everybody in OG.
it's the greatest measurement
Yeah.
is time.
You're right.
It's
And
time.
you shouldn't be calling yourself no GOAT no way.
It's just time says it all. How can you last the test of time? Can you still put up numbers? Can you still do the impossible
Right.
after all this time? So guys that exemplify that, whether it be LeBron, whether it be the Kobe's, whether it be the Tom Brady's, I look up to those guys. I draw strength from them.
Yeah.
And I study their patterns. You know, because, you know, I consider myself a GOAT and I still feel like it's more mountains for me to climb.
It is, bro.
And I don't ever get comfortable of thinking, because let's just be real, man. I made Back. I made Players Get Chose.
Yeah.
I made We Ain't Broke No More. I made That's All We Had. I made Bet You Can't Do It. I made Can't Leave Drink Alone. I put Beyonce in her first song. Yeah. You know, how many more hits does Lil O have to make to prove himself?
Nothing.
So sometimes, if I was a comfortable person, I could just sit back and say, you know, yeah, man. But I'm always challenging myself. I understand it's
And I
always
think
a big amount
True
to climb.
GOATs, that's how they are. The real
got
ones,
to be.
They never stop.
You got
they
to be.
never stop striving to go that next level. They never get comfortable.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Now, let me see, was it about a month or so ago, you were in Dallas.
Yeah.
You performed.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was dope. Dallas has always rocked with Lil O since day one, you know. Shout out to Highland Hills, Oak Cliff, West Dallas, North Dallas, South Dallas. Shout out to Funky Town, Fort Worth, you know. Look, man, Dallas has always been strong with me because I think a lot of people don't understand that Dallas had a strong mixtape circuit. You know, whether it was going to the Big T's Bazaar, George's, George Lopez, and all. You know, those guys kept us heavy on the mixtape. So it's like Dallas has always treated us with nothing but love and respect, and I got a lot of hardcore fans to this day that rock with me. So it's always a good time when I go out to Dallas and rock, and they showed me all the love that any rapper could wish for.
You know what I noticed? I just thought about this sitting here. You're right. Hispanics love y'all, bro.
No, look, let me tell you something.
Let's talk about the Hispanics.
I get a lot of love from the Hispanic community. Shout out to all the SAs, man. You know, love y'all.
Yes.
It's just good. It's just good to be loved, man. It's good to have a law. It's good to not have to be a fuck nigga to sell records.
Bruh.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, you said it. Say it again.
Okay.
It's good to not have to be a fuck nigga to sell records.
That's real, bro.
It's good because when you built a legacy of hard work and people that actually really love your music, all you have to do is make good music.
That's real.
But now it's like I don't gotta get on Instagram and wave guns or start fake
hold
beefs.
money to your face.
Or just say stupid shit just to get attention. And it's like, and you know, kings ain't court jesters. I'm no court jester, so you'll never catch me on social media, you know, doing no foolishness for anybody's entertainment. And I think sometimes that gets depressing for new artists because even sometimes OG artists, because you think, is that what I have to do?
Well,
but we don't have to do that. We the streets and we're loved and it's just a blessing, man. And one of those reasons is a lot because of the Hispanic community, man.
Yeah.
You know, but we get, to be honest, we get a lot of love, man. The hood love us, the essays love us, the white boys love us, the Asians love us. It's just, you know, because it's more than music, it's culture.
Yes.
We are symbols of Texas, man, and the culture.
Robert Davis didn't know what he was creating.
Facts.
You just love the music.
Facts. And that's how you build greatness, because it's like, a lot of the music that you hear now, you can tell the passion's not in it. Everybody's just trying to hit a quick lick,
Yes.
get a little change and get up. But you know, it's like
Get a challenge. On
if you
TikTok.
want to really get to something big, you gotta love it, because it's gonna be days that's gonna test your mental. It's gonna be days where you're gonna want to quit. It's gonna be days where you're gonna be depressed. It's gonna be days where you're gonna question, is this really worth keeping going? And on those days, the only thing that's gonna keep you going is the love.
Yes.
Period.
It's gonna be days.
It's gonna be days. It's gonna be days where the only thing that keep you going is love. People don't know, man. We do, you know how many times I done got rich and went broke putting into this shit.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? People
But they don't talk about that.
People always see the good parts. They see the cars. They follow me on social. They see me at different. Man, do you know how many times I've had mental breakdowns for this shit? Risked it off for this shit.
Yes.
It's you know what I'm saying? On those days, the only thing that's gonna keep you going is the love. So I always when people always ask me, hey man, give me some advice. You know, the first thing I tell them, I said, man, look here, man. If you don't really love this shit,
don't do this shit.
just, you know, you look, because I think, look, man, I always tell, especially to the kids, I'm big on that, because they always try to say, oh, you're positive, come talk at the schools and whoop-de-whoop. But I don't do it, because it's like, because I think it's important kids know that there's so many ways to be successful and to be a fucking rapper.
Damn, we just had this conversation.
It's like, why the fuck do you want me with all my felonies to come up there and talk to kids about. It's like they need to have doctors in here. They need to have lawyers in here, engineers in here, skills, electricians that make
But you know why?
trades.
You know why?
Why?
You
That's
know
what we
why?
glorify.
It's because exactly that's what.
So I won't be a part of it. I said, look, man. I said, look, if you only want the money, look, man, it's much easier ways that will get you money, and it'll be guaranteed.
But you can still
Because
tell
ain't
them that. Go talk to the
no
kids.
guarantees in music.
Well, you heard him
Go
say.
talk to the
You heard him
kids.
say you got to be real careful talking to these kids because they feel like you talking down. That's almost like pulling their coattail.
Well, not if you getting called to a school to talk.
And on top
They
of
be
that,
like, this
though,
nigga
it's
was selling keys. Now he telling us not to.
Well, well, not even that. I
Not
just
even
think we need to uplift
Yeah,
the brothers in the community that are actually doing the work,
that's
man.
facts.
Yes,
You know, it's like we don't promote the best and brightest of
don't.
us.
I feel you on that.
Just
You know what
like
I'm saying?
healthcare is a thankless, and the things that healthcare workers have to endure on a daily basis.
But
Nobody ever knows.
if they knew that, hey, I don't have to be. There's more than one way to do it. They can't keep on sending rappers in there. And I'm one of few. Most of these rappers, to me, they stupid. They don't need to be talking to nobody.
You
kids.
ain't lying.
Who you know what I'm saying? You got lucky asking Lil O to come, so you ask Lil so and so. You don't want
that
you don't want
part.
that nigga talking to nobody, kids. Man, get your ass out
being
here.
real.
For real. So it's like, you know, I try to stay away from the rappers going to school. It's good to be considered someone to talk to, but I think we need to start giving that light to guys in the community that are showing us other ways and guaranteed ways to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. So you have quite the catalog
For sure.
of your music. What are your 3 favorite songs?
You know what? I don't have 3.
No,
fam.
no, no, no,
Gotta
no,
give
no,
it
no,
to
no,
them.
no, 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 no,
Everybody gotta
But
do it.
because let me be honest with you, and the reason why I say this is
You're gonna kill our show if you don't do that.
Well, the reality is music is expression, and one day I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I might tell you, hey man, my favorite song is "We Ain't Broke No More" because I remember when I hit that lick or that direct deposit here, or I cashed that check. It brings back nostalgia. The next day, I might be depressed as shit.
Yeah.
Well, you can
And
give a
it can't
happy-
rain
Wait a
forever.
minute. Today, how you feeling?
Yeah.
Give us some songs. How you feeling today?
Today.
Today,
Yeah. Give us those 3 songs
today.
and tell us why those are your favorite songs today.
Today,
Yes. How you feeling?
we ain't broke no more is definitely one
Why?
because we ain't broke no more.
Okay. Hey.
You know, that's all we had.
Okay. Why is that?
Because the death of Big Pokey is still very fresh to me,
Okay.
and that's one of our greatest songs. And it reminds us of how far we've came. Because that was a song where we talk about that's all we had, 5 on the dime, 2 on the gas. Now we smoke premium dro every day, and I think it's always good to have songs that let people know very few people start at the top.
That part.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Very few people start at the top. I don't want ever people to look at me and think that it's easy. This is all because I serve a wonderful God that has have a lot of mercy over my life.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all we had really does a lot for me. And then actually right now the third one I would have to say is a new record. And it's actually the one with me and Bun B. It's on my new album, The Greatest of All Players, and it's called Trill.
Yes.
And I think now black men are starting to talk about it more, but I think a lot of times we don't really talk about our mental state.
Yes.
And the hook of the song is, how much abuse can one man take? I'm just trying not to break. It feel like everybody fake and I'm the only one real. And I'm just trying to get this cake. I hope I don't make no mistakes. I hope the Lord give me a break. But through it all, no matter what, I'm going to stay trill. And I think sometimes it's like things will be going good and then you'll just get some bad news or you go down social media and you just see so much sucker shit.
Right.
And you be so mad at the world, and you sometimes I just want to hop in the comment section and get my but I be like, nah. So it's like,
bro,
it really
ain't worth it.
it's a song about my mental state.
That's a slippery slope.
So it's like, how much abuse can one man take and still keep his sanity?
I love that.
And I really love that song, and it's another little old classic. It's a real special song. It's called Trio. We actually got a video out for it right now. So
it's out here.
It has Big Marcus on it. He's an incredible R&B vocalist.
Already,
he sounds like the Black Church. When you hear his voice, you feel like you're in church. If you don't know Big Marcus, he sung on one of my other classics with Jaye called All Right.
Already.
So if you know All Right, his voice is top tier, but it's a real special song, Trio.
I seen Beto in one of your videos.
Beto was in that video.
I seen it.
Yeah, he's in that video. It's a beautiful song.
It is.
It's a deep song, and it's a song I feel it lasts forever, and I think it just relates. I think it lets a lot of us know we're not alone. Because sometimes, if you see a lot of the foul shit and sucker shit, and nobody calls it out, so you feel like, am I the only one that see this shit?
And not alone. And them niggas feel like it's all right because ain't nobody calling them out on it.
So it's like, it's a song that lets you know, hey man, you're not alone. I see this shit too. I see this shit. It's enough to make you crazy. It's enough to make you want to give up. It's enough to make you want to lose your mind. But you know what? Don't break. Don't fold. Stay Trio.
What's next for Big O?
Lil
Loud.
Big
O.
Big O, not the little.
I just dropped a brand new record called When They Sleep. The video is out right now, and it's just going crazy right now. It's produced by Sean Solo.
Oh, really?
The legendary Texas producer. For those that don't know Sean Solo, this is the guy that made Swangin' and Bangin', Pimpin' Pins,
yes,
Heart of a Hustler, Mind of a G,
yes,
That's All We Had. So many classics. When you talk about, so he's really a big deal. And when he sent me this beat, the nostalgia was just there. He was working on his album Waterworld 2, and it's like, man, I would love to have a little old song on it.
Okay.
And I heard the beat, and I was like, I gotta have this. I want this all to myself. So we collabed on it. It's on his album Waterworld 2, but it's a little old single.
That's dope, bro.
We shot the video, and it's going crazy right now. It's called When They Sleep, and it's just a massive record. And when you hear it, it sound like how you expect Texas to sound, but still now. The video is out right now, so if you haven't seen that video, Lil O When They Sleep. And then also, I'm still pushing my album, The Greatest of All Players. Like, if you don't know, my latest hit, Date Night, it's still going crazy, getting big every. It's a different time because I think people got to understand this is the streaming era.
Yes.
So now it's like, a song spreads so fast every day. One day it could be in a whole new market and be the biggest song in the world. So Date Night is just a big record, and I take pride in making timeless records, so they never get old. So Date Night is still going crazy. I got another record called Bossed Up going crazy. Okay. T-Lee, the Greatest of All Players album that's out right now. That's my latest album.
Not T-Lee.
I'm really proud of it. Yeah. No, that's what it's about. It's trap music. T-Lee, Shoot the Dice. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drop an album that wasn't considered a classic because it's like after Fat Rat with the Cheese, Food on the Table. Yeah. My greatest hits album, all the legendary mixtapes, Jealous got me strapped. And I won't drop anything just to drop it. So I said,
you gotta be careful.
Yeah. So with this Greatest of All Players album, I know for a fact, and now I got the confirmation from the response that it lives up to the Lil O legacy. So now we want to make sure the whole world really gets it. So I'm still pushing the album. If you haven't heard the Greatest of All Players album, it's really an incredible project, and the world needs to hear it. And so I'm grinding that, and the new single When They Sleep, man. We just busting them over the head, man. With good music. No fake shit, man. Look, man, I always say, man, with Lil O, you got to just love me for me.
That's real.
Because I ain't selling my soul, and I ain't doing no sucker shit to win.
How do they get in touch with you as far as your social media? Because
everything is SUCLIO, SUCLILO. That's everything. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah. Y'all get on that YouTube, man,
SUC.
and look at them videos. Run them numbers up, man.
Absolutely, man.
SUC.
Absolutely.
And if y'all, you youngsters, if y'all don't, y'all check out this. Y'all learn your history here.
Let me tell you something. To the parents, bring your kids up on the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said,
Not this
our
bullshit.
kids love, boy, they know all that shit.
No doubt. Well, you know, I also say it's like the beauty of it too is because of streaming, new music can be discovered every day. I think the era of age differences is really gone because a great song now is a great song. See, it used to be people would be like, because look, you got to remember, you got the Rolling Stones, the Eagles. These guys are killing it now, making crazy. It's like people would put rap in a certain box because it's a new art form.
But you know what? It's all on, like, for instance, our little girl.
Yeah.
She's 17.
Yeah.
Right? 17, right?
Mackenzie?
Yes. And she got this little speaker for Christmas last year.
Yeah.
Big speaker. I tripped when I saw it. I was like, damn, she's going to be banging down the wall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I could just hear her up there jamming, I'm chilling with my broad and you already know.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, what you know? But that's because we brought her up like that, bro.
But that
Can't even get mad.
You can't get mad if you bring them up right.
But on that and on top of that, I always tell people the art will always find a way. See, let me tell you something. When we was growing up, man, no one ever put me like my I didn't grow up hearing the Isley Brothers in my house. But when I started getting into the streets, a lot of the street guys in the lax, even not on screw tapes, they rode around jamming the Isley Brothers. Those guys are way before my OGs and their OGs, but the music was so special.
Yes.
It was so timeless that even me there as a young boy, I'm listening to these grown ass men,
and they make you feel some type of
and
way.
it just because I always tell people music is for the soul.
Yeah.
Music is for the soul.
Now you talking about a little girl that used to listen to Billie Eilish.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm talking about?
no matter what it is, music is for the soul. And whether it's you see now Afro beats is going crazy. It's like, hey man, half the time man, they don't know what them niggas are saying.
Hell no.
But it hits your soul.
And Burna Boy.
Thank you. You just music. If it hits your soul, it will always hit you. It don't matter how old it gets. It don't matter who the age of the person that does it. Just make something timeless, man. That's why it's considered art. See, a lot of the stuff it don't last because it wasn't art from the first place. It was like, hey, get out there and twerk. Hey man, get out there and wave a gun.
You better be careful. Oh, you pulling somebody's coattail right now.
I ain't talking.
You pulling somebody's coattail right now.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm just telling you what they do. Hey man, get out there with your partners, wave a gun, and or get out there and
pull out that blitz.
Show your cheeks, and
get out there and
let's see let's see what we can come up with. So it comes so fast to get it. It might get a lot of reposts or views, but it goes so fast.
And we were having that conversation the other day, like I was talking about what's the City Girls and how they named their album Real Ass Whores. Like you could have said women.
Look how he looked at you when you said that. Did you know they named their album Real Ass Whores?
Well, this is my thing. I'm big. No. Feel me on this. Feel me on this.
That's how a lot of people gonna feel when they hear that.
I'm real big. I don't talk about other artists, especially on my interviews. But my thing, and I don't stop anybody from doing anything. My whole thing is the little old thing is instead of criticizing, as for me, I don't criticize what another artist does. But what I will do is when I see an artist doing something that I do love,
there you go.
I do my best to make sure that I tell somebody about it.
That's real.
And that's why we call it Screw Love.
Already.
Because Screw Love is that true love. It is because that's how we found out about Sebo. We didn't know Sebo is from
Sacramento.
Thank out of all here, he ain't even from Compton.
No, that nigga from Sac, man.
But guess what? Imagine if Screw would have said, "Man, I ain't playing no nigga from
real.
Sacramento."
Yeah.
Sacramento, man, because of that man and because he had Screw Love, he said, "I'm not waiting for nobody to get. I'm just gonna spread it." He wanted us to see. That's how we came. That's how we know about Mac Mall.
Yes.
From the Bay. That's how we know about Spice One.
Yep.
That's how we know about these guys. You get what I'm saying? E40 and the Clique before they was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like so.
Who are some of the artists you feeling today?
Right now, as far as the new generation,
Just period. Yeah, I guess so.
Gotta be.
Generation.
you know, I to be honest with you, I listen to a lot of myself right now. No. I'm really super proud of the music I'm making.
Give me one.
But who do I really love right now?
Somebody that's making timeless music.
We used to didn't have to think this long.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Every
you know?
Spears said, just said, just said this, bro. That's crazy. We gotta think like this, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy because I think Drake is really the most consistent of the new artist. But is he considered a new artist anymore?
No, it's
but he, so like I'm talking about a guy that's coming out just recent.
What about Cole?
I love Cole, but is he considered new?
No, not either.
Yeah.
No.
So it's like Cole's been around for a while. I think Cole with the wordplay is incredible.
Yes.
We can't even put Kendrick in there anymore. So Kendrick, Drake, and Cole, they over here, they're on another level.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So it's like, maybe Rod Wave is. I've been listening to Rod Wave new album.
Yes.
I'm really enjoying that because he has a lot of subject matter.
Okay.
Yes, I like Rod Wave.
Yeah. I think he's a real talent. So does he count? Yeah, Rod Wave is a new artist. So I would say Rod Wave. And you know what? I just it's crazy because you just made me realize I find myself listening to a lot of older music, and then you know what? I don't really listen to a lot of rap as much. I listen to a lot of R&B because I don't want to hear the same shit, and a lot of stuff. What I put in my mind is important. Like I know it sounds crazy. I love Diddy new album, the Love album. It's an incredible R&B project. It's an R&B project. But it reminds you of a '90s R&B album.
Yeah, everybody say that's a dope ass project.
It's a really dope project.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's a crazy album, man.
Give me some shout outs, man.
I mean, shout out to everybody that's just been supporting me since day one. If you're a Lil O fan, one of the original Lil O fans, I know it's been a beautiful journey to watch me go from where I begun to where I'm at right now and still be on this incredible journey with me. I just want to thank y'all. Y'all have been amazing. Thank you for helping me make memories, take care of my family, and leave a legacy. And all those that are new to the club, hey man, I welcome you with open arms, and I thank you because it's crazy now how many new fans I got now.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy.
I just told you had a 17-year-old.
Yeah, it's like, but it's crazy because it's like they all come in on their own certain times. Yeah, so every day, especially now, like with social media now, because it's like you have new fans that just became, I had people that just they became fans of from recent music and then just started liking me off of social media and then discovered the old song. Now people be like, I didn't even know you made that song, or I'm just realizing that was you on Big Mo album, I'll Do It, this, I didn't know you made Bet You Can't Do It. We came out, it's now they discovered all these things and it's putting, it's like now it's like people are just, some people are just not realizing, I didn't even know that was Beyonce on Can't Stop.
That's real.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of things are coming full circle right now. So just shout out to all the fans that have been with me on this journey, all old and new. And I'm like Denzel Washington in what's the movie American Gangster, where it says Black Magic. I stand on it.
Yes.
The Lil O brand is impeccable. I stand on my music. Anything I put out.
Everybody can't say that.
Yeah, everybody. Anything I put out, I put my heart in it. Yeah. I put my time in it. I make sure it's of a certain quality. Yeah. So that Lil O brand is stamped and sealed, man. So always know whenever you see my name, it's the real deal. So make sure you check out the new album, The Greatest of All Players, and check out the new single, When They Sleep. All the videos out right now. I'm real proud of my videos too, because you know some people, their videos be looking kind of cheesy. I put a lot of thought in my videos. They look good. So make sure you check out the new video with me and Bun B and Big Marcus Trill. Make sure you check out the date night video. That's just a big vibe. Check out the Bossed Up video, the High Siding video, the T-Lee video, and the When They Sleep video. And I'm going to keep banging them over their head, man. And shout out to all the podcasts like y'all, man, for having me and spreading my movement and sharing these moments with the people. And hey, man, it's still a lot more chapters to be written in the little old book, man. So
Don't
y'all
stop,
stay
baby.
tuned.
Thanks for the music.
No time soon. That's how we started. I started saying I can't stop, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
We're going to keep it going, man. Believe that.
Man, we appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
All the way from Dallas to Funky Town, Fort Worth.
For sure.
You know we in O-Playas.
For sure.
We love you, bro.
For sure, man. And you know, I gotta say this too. R.I.P. the Pimp.
Yeah.
R.I.P. the Pimp. That's my big home. See, a lot of people don't know. UGK was the first people to ever take me on tour. So they have a special place in my heart. Mama West looked over me.
You got a Pimp C story before we get out of here?
Well, I lived with Pimp C in Atlanta for about a month in the summer. And that was, people don't understand how much Pimp was loved in ATL.
Yeah, they loved it.
They treated him like so through Pimp, it's like, he was the first person to take me to Magic City. Hey. He was the first person, he introduced me to the whole Dungeon family. Goody Mob, Gip. Outkast, all those boys. He was close with all them, so I met all them right at the time. I'm talking about this is when So Def ran Atlanta. Met Jermaine Dupri. Too Short was living in Atlanta at the time, so he brought me around all these guys. And you got to remember, being a kid and your Pimp C little homie,
right?
And you get to be around all these dudes. You're just with the brat. I'm like, man, you know. So, and then we would go back here at this crib. Yeah, well, it's just you know. You ask me some of those moments, then you go back to his crib and he gets right there on that keyboard and making beats. It's just, you know, shout out to the Pimp, man, and all those moments on tour. Shout out to Bun, R.I.P. Mama West. Hey, man, you know, I gotta definitely give my love and respect to Pimp C and the whole UGK fam, man.
Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Made me feel good with that one.
No, absolutely. I had to, man. It's only right.
Yeah, man. But say, we got the Texas legend. No, I done said it before. It ain't Texas, it's the world, baby.
Salute that.
Worldwide legend.
Salute that, man.
Lil O is in the building.
Hey, man, I love y'all, man.
He's a real super tight guest.
It's your girl, Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
No, I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.